We haven't had very many silly cars tackle the Fujimi Kaido course. I mean, this one, for instance, the GMC Cyclone, was supposed to be a silly car. However, it just turned out to be actually very sensible. It put a very solid time, especially for what it is. It went faster than the Audi Quattro, only just though. But, you know, we've not had very many silly cars go up for Fujimi Kaido. However, that changes today due to the fact that, well, someone commented that they wanted this Ford Transit to go up for Jimmy Kaido, so your wish is my command. Alright, lads and lasses, I'm Eccentric, and today I am on Forza Motorsport 4, continuing on the Fujimi Kaido King of the Mountain series. That's the one I'm going for, yeah. It has been a little while, I do apologise for that. I've been having to get back in the swing of things with college, so I'm gonna try and get back on top of this. So yes, I do apologise for that. Anyways, enough with that nonsense. Let's go to building the Transit. Now, I can tell you for a fact that the standard engine is not going to be staying in this. You know, considering that is giving us extra 8 horsepower. This turbo only 47, so there's no point trying to do it with the standard engine. So what is the engine swap going to be? We get one. Now, thoughts would make me think it's the NASCAR engine. It's not. We've got... Oh, God. Yeah. We have got the Ford Falcon engine from the V8 Supercars. Okay. Yep, that's going straight in. Ooh, this should be fun. Of course, I'm going to want the race rear wing. What is the body... Oh, I think it's the... Yeah, it is. We can have the more standard plastic body kit. The answer to that is no. Race tyres, of course, we're going to want them. So only 4.9 litre in the V8 Supercars. I would have thought it would have been more, to be honest. Right, well, I'm basically going to be able to get all these parts on. No issues. Oh, man, back when the diff used to add weight, I forgot about... I'm so used now to a lot of the modern Forzas just not adding any weight at all from the diff. So we are losing... The car van goes down to £3,500, okay? What can we do for the engine? I'm hoping that we can get a few more powers, which we can. Yeah, 707, 65 horsepower. Sorry, I'm just replying to a text. That's a lot of power. And the other concerning thing is that we're nowhere near the top of S-Class. I can swap it to four-wheel drive, but I don't know. I did have the rule of the cars can't swap their engines unless absolutely necessary. This was more for things like the four-wheel drive cars that might need to drop the class down. Where's the, what's it, £27, yeah. So that was for more in case some of the four-wheel drive cars, I did have to swap the drivetrain to drop them down. And for front-wheel drive cars as well, to try and help them get up to S-Class. There we go. Well, it jumps up a little bit. I'm going to absolutely put that on. What are we going to do for the Ford? Do I put it on? We get to 8.5. And I could probably put on a new gearbox. I think because it's a silly car, and let's face it, if I do swap with the four-wheel drive, it's not going to do well whatsoever. I don't even think the Bentley is in contention. And the Bentley was terrible. You know what? No. It's a silly car. We'll leave it with its standard drivetrain. So, this should be interesting. Everything else is on. What's the benchmark saying? That's the other thing. I'm not expecting good things whatsoever. Let's have a look. 0 to 60, 5.5 seconds. 0 to 100, 8.5. Top speed, 209 miles an hour. The lateral G's is concerning. The car gets worse. The van gets worse handling the higher lateral G we are. It goes from 1 to 0.88 and 120 miles an hour. So that's going to affect on a few corners, but the one lateral G is going to be interesting. The brakes are okay, nothing spectacular. Well, I'm not expecting anything from this, but there should be a laugh. I'm hoping there's a laugh. Alright, as ever, we are at the space of Fujimi Kaido, going to have 3 attempts to get up the new hill climb as quick as possible. Current leader, which I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near, is that Rossi in Q1 with a 431.8. Its real target will be the Honda Prelude with a 445.7. Basically one of 2 front-wheel drive cars to ever run up for Jimmy Kaido. That will be at a push. I really do think that will be at a push. If it can get its power down. This might actually cause a little bit of an upset. This mightn't be too bad. Let me go, just unplug the controller. It's got plenty of battery. Yeah, so if this doesn't drive too badly, then we will see. Oh god, that's a lot of wheel spin. Let's see how well can we get the 965 horsepower onto the road. It's a little bit understeery, as you'd expect from a van. Oh god, huge two wheels moments through there. Right, okay, use all of the speed. Here we go, 120 miles an hour. You can hear the glorious V8 supercar noise and the panicking of me trying to get this van round the corners here. There's a lot of oversteer followed swiftly by understeer. I'll try and catch. Oh, it's tank clapping a lot. 94 miles an hour. Huge jump there, so we are, as expected, quite down in acceleration compared to a lot of the other cars. So in a lot of the other rear-wheel drive cars, we're getting up to about 98, 99. Some of them, I think, even breaking the 100 mile an hour barrier. I think that O37, when I added the race rear wing to it, was one of them. That was a huge oversteer moment. Clattering the wall there. God, even my thing. But Jesus, even my English is failing trying to wrestle this van up the hill. Mountain, really. Oh god, that's a huge oversteer moment. Am I going to get this into the sub 5 minute? That's really going to be the true challenge. I don't think we're going to get nowhere near the prelude. I think I'm going to have to really see if sub 5 minutes is on the table. God, try and wrestle it round. There we go. Also as well, on the note about the prelude, I am thinking about running that car up again, but swap it to 4-wheel drive. But just not make a video on it. Just put that on the leaderboard and then probably announce it once I send up the next 4-wheel drive car, which I do have planned. Actually, I do have a 4-wheel drive car planned to send up the for Jimmy Kaido. But enough about that. Through the 4 hairpins now with the transit. Huge oversteer moment out the final hairpin of that, but we are through nicely-ish. Gonna try and head up to the river chicane, clap the wall on the inside a little bit. That is not flat out. If I try to flat out, I'll be hitting the arse end of the van straight onto the wall, and that would lead for a huge spin. So let's not do that. Come on, let's try and get around here. We've got the 50% hairpin now, huge understeer. I'll try and be as careful as I can and get onto that power. There we go. I don't think we're quite within the turbo lag. Actually, does it have a turbo in it? I can't remember now. No, it doesn't. It's just naturally aspirated. Whoops. I thought, for some reason, I was thinking there was a turbo. Oh, Christ in heavens. Right, we managed to make it through, finally. I did mess up that corner big time. Okay, come on. We've got this little section here. Actually, having to be really gentle with the van. I didn't let it go too much. I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of grateful that this van is naturally aspirated. If this was a turbo, oh my god, honestly, it would just be absolute death, because I'd just be constant turbo lag and then all of a sudden huge burst of power. So, you know, I am grateful that this is naturally aspirated. Ooh, Christ. I wonder what sort of horsepower we'd get if the V8 supercar engine did allow a turbo. I wouldn't be surprised if it was pushing well past 1,000 horsepower. Probably more like 1,100, maybe 1,200. Possibly. Ooh, Christ. 7 to 965 normally aspirated. Oh, heavens above. We're getting a huge slide. Who needs a Formula Drift car in this? This is what you truly need, is a van with too much horsepower. And there you are, you are off. So, honestly, I wonder what if this was a Formula vehicle entrant to the proper Formula Drift Championship. That would be a hell of a spectacle. I'd watch it, and I wonder what it would be like. Probably terrible. Actually, to be honest, not. I don't know. I know there's some huge drifting talent there, so honestly, they'll probably drift this van and think like, yeah, it's fine. There's no issues whatsoever. That's a huge two-wheel moment through there. 120 odd miles an hour. I think that was a 7. Oh, look, the brakes are smidge starting to panic, because the van was just not slowing down at all. Oh, I've clattered the wall on the inside. That was a genuine mistake from me. Oh, God, come on. Let's get you round. Let's get you round there. There we go. Again, still having to fight it big time. Ooh, God in heaven. No. And then Just got to get it round. Few more corners. Just one more left-hander to go. This might actually do a sub 5 minute if I don't do it here. Just one more corner. God, getting a huge oversteer moment. There we go, across the line. We did it, to be honest. We got sub 5 minute. I was expecting like 5 minute, I don't know, 10s and things like that, but that's actually not too bad. I honestly was expecting something worse. Oh, do apologise. I will be right back real quick. Alright, okay, we're back. Apologies about that. Honestly, this van, not as bad as I was expecting. Let's see if I'm actually... I don't think I'm going to get into the sub 5 minute... 5 minute, I've already done that. Sub 4 minute 50s. I really don't think I'm going to... I'd have to drive this van absolutely perfect. That's again huge two wheels moment. That it must be a spectacle and a half. Honestly, if Motorsport 4 had the Transit Super van that had the Formula 1 engine in it, that could honestly be quite a good vehicle. I reckon that could have done wonders around here. 98 miles an hour this time. The acceleration on that is mighty. Once I get the rest of the van around the corners. Oh, God. Again, we're drifting big time. There we go. Let's get around here. But yeah, if we had the Transit Supervan 3, I think it was, that would be an absolutely spectacular... I reckon that really could have done something quite interesting, to be honest. It might be too high of a class. I might have put it in R3 just from its huge grip and fairly good acceleration, but honestly, I reckon that could have done well. Same with the new Transit Supervan that they showcased off at Goodwood. The, like, what, 2,000 horsepower, something like that, Ford Transit, all electric, bonkers thing. That thing was amazing to watch go up the Goodwood hill climb, I will admit that. Absolutely phenomenal. Right, okay, we're through there now. Enough about the other ludicrous transits. Let's talk about this one. Oh, God. Try and wrestle it around here. Was there anything... I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to wrap my head. Was there anything that was like a ludicrous version of this transit that was done by, well, Ford? I can't remember now because I know the previous generation to this, I think it was the previous gen anyway, obviously had was the Supervan 3. Then the later transit had the new Supervan, but I don't know if anything silly was done with this one. I can't actually remember. Someone might know. Someone that actually knows that actually knows cars. I don't. Enough about that though. You know, do some googling. Ooh, through the river chicane. Much better this time actually. Just got to be a little bit gentler. I felt the van lift through the through that crest there. It's a huge amount of understeer trying to wrestle the car around. It's a car, it's a van. Right, come on, come on. Just through the 50% hairpin now. Oh, we're out of control. Just boot it now. I'm going to see how much power, see if I can get any form of power down, just to try and help it accelerate as best as possible. I mean, I know it's burning the rear tyres, but I don't think well, I know damage isn't on for obvious reasons. I don't even know if tyre wear is on. It might possibly be. Nope, that's not on. Ooh, careful now. Leave it in second. Just let the van be stable, and then eventually pick up the pace. Through there, huge oversteer and a lot of understeer as well. Through that left hand that catches out a hell of a lot of cars. I'm actually turning in too early now because I'm expecting the van just to be an absolute understeer horrible mess. So I'm braking really early, and then it actually has some turning about it, so it then just clatters the wall. I think this one has been slower, possibly. I think this might be a much slower run. I don't remember the references. Whoa. Trying to be careful now. That was a huge drift through that section. Right, we're through there at least. I have a feeling this might be a much slower run. This might be over 5 minutes. Come on, we can get the van around here. Yep, through there. This really quick section catches out so many vehicles, and I'm cruising up here about 70 miles an hour, and I could just feel the van really letting go, or just on the brinks of letting go to then eventually doing it. Yeah, it's quite a lot. I could feel, is the van really struggling to accelerate up this section here? Because I could just I'm watching it bobble up the uphill section now. I'm just watching it bobble massively. So I wonder if it's having a little bit of concern as well. It's just not getting the power down. Yeah, this is a much slower run. Whoops. This has not been a good second run whatsoever. Ooh, come on. There. That was a sim steering problem there. Come on, just got a few more corners to go now. One more left-hander. Actually, to be honest, I don't think this one has been too bad. No, I'm turning in too early again. Oh, God damn it, Van. What? I think this now might be a slower run because I'm just expecting... I'm really expecting it to understeer more than it does a lot of the time. We were a little bit quicker, but I really do think maybe even a sub 55 is possible. Because there was so much room for improvement there. But to be honest, the pressure's kind of been on. The pressure's kind of on now to try and get this van up there as quick as possible. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what it can do. So one more attempt. Let's go. Come on, van. Let's do something remarkable, I guess. I mean, I knew for a fact that this would be last place, but it's been a laugh to send up the mountain. Whoa, little bit of a oversteer moment there, and we are racing through the speed now. Head up to the first big chicane. I've crashed immediately. God damn it, me. Right, okay. Got some turning, so I'm able to get onto the power nicely. Let's see, what acceleration are we doing? 100 miles an hour over the red crest there. That was a huge amount of airtime. Oh, no. No, come on. Van, behave, 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 behave. Keep behaving. God damn it. Right, okay, we're through there eventually. Ooh, gotta be careful now, because I know it's just well, I'll say it's clattering wall. No, I'm making it clatter the wall, because it eventually will dig into the corners. There we go. Actually, not terrible through there. Quite smooth. Slam on the brakes now. Get it through this left-hander. Missed the apex a little bit, but we did manage to get through there eventually. I can feel my nose getting blocked up. God damn it. It's actually quite cold here in the UK. Well, it's definitely cooling down. We're definitely getting closer to winter. Mostly because we're now selling a hell of a lot of Christmas stuff, and we haven't even got Halloween out the way yet. Basically, Halloween no one gives a toss about. Christmas, everyone gives a toss about. So, you know, there is that. Ooh, come on. Try and get through here. Right, through the 4 hairpins now for the final time for the transit. Really struggling to get the power down. Come on, through the second part. We're good, we're good, we're good. I'm nowhere near full throttle, but it's just really struggling to get its power. But even though I'm not really near full throttle, we're still putting down like 400, probably like 600 plus horsepower, which is more than what a lot of the front-running rear-wheel drive cars were. I think the Mosin was running, what, about 400 odd? Something like that. So, you know, we are putting down a lot more power than the front-runners even have. So, it's not too surprising that the Transit is struggling a little bit. Oh, the brakes were not working there. That was a huge running wide moment through that corner there. We're at the 50% hairpin now. I'm going to leave it in third, drop it into second. Let's see. Am I going to be able to get it out this hairpin nicely? Yep, there we go. Just a tiny speck of oversteer. Yeah, I just looked behind us, saw a little bit of tyre marks. Just starting to form there as we were accelerating. Did again miss the apex of that right-hander through the second tunnel. Oh, bloody hell. This is not going well whatsoever. This is turning out to be a pretty bad run. Right, okay, through first gear there. I'm gonna... Oh, I just felt the van really not want to turn in through there. I mean, it's kind of a good thing in a way, because, well, I probably would have just went straight into the wall, but no, I definitely did feel the van just lose all form of front end grip. Oh, come on. We are through there, the waterfall car park now for the final time. Actually, to be honest, not horribly done. If I do say so myself. It's not... This has honestly drove a lot better than I was expecting. I was expecting this to just be absolutely horrible, but it's actually quite... It's not bad to drive. Obviously, you've just got to be careful of the power delivery, and the fact that it understeers quite a lot, and the fact you can't, well, it just doesn't get through the corners, that's all. It's, honestly, not terrible. I've driven worse vehicles. Oh Christ. It's driving not too dissimilar to a lot of the muscle cars that I have sent up here in the past. Because, well, they're lighter, but they're putting out kind of similar horsepower, so they just drive like this van, to be honest. However, the van is just funnier, because, well, it's a van. Right, okay, come on. Over there for the final time, back in, really letting go for the, through the uphill section there. I mean, it's the tiniest of crests, yet the van just gets a huge amount of airtime from it. Right, okay, we managed to get through there fine. Through the left-hander. We're getting there. I'm being so careful with the power, just trying to get whatever acceleration I can out of the van. Oh, the front end just let go there. Just felt the van drag itself wide. Felt the transit. Come on, one more corner to go. What are we going to do? It's not quite a sub 55. Huge oversteer moment at the end. It is a 4 minutes 55.716. So, where's I put it on the leaderboard? Let's discuss that now. Funnily enough, it's last place. Who would have expected it? Yeah. Unsurprisingly, it is last place. Honestly, it's not done well. It's done a lot better than I was expecting. I will admit, it was a seriously fun vehicle to try and throw up there. Obviously, you know, huge understeer problems, as you'd expect. Oversteer as well. There was plenty of that because of the amount of power we're delivering. However, it was actually not that bad to drive. I was really expecting worse from it, but, you know, that's just what it was. It really did surprise me, this van. However, I'm going to call it there for a video. All feedback is appreciated. If you do want to leave a vehicle suggestion to go up to Jimmy Kaido, feel free, leave that in the comments. If you want to join my Discord as well, then that's also in the description. I was about to say comments there, it's not in the comments, it's in the description. However, that's it from me. Take care, and ciao for now.